Hello guys, what is up? This is Eddie and welcome to another video on the channel here for you guys today. As you guys can tell by the title of the video, we are going to be ranking every single Premier League signing. This is going to be mad. So make sure if any of you guys are new around here and you guys enjoy these type of videos, make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe. But enough from me, let's get into the video. Sorry if I keep resting my head forward, like I said, I'm a bit far back on my chair towards the computer anyway. So the first one is Ashley Young. Obviously signed for Villa, an interesting transfer. I'm going to put it in the good categories, the experienced winger / versatile player to add into the Villa team. The next one is Trincao from Wolves. I'm going to go with a underrated bit of business in my opinion to get him a loan deal, and I think he fits Wolves' style of play perfectly. Firpo is a very good bit of business. Leeds United crying out for a left back. Perfect replace for Alioski. This is Shurpen, the new Brighton goalkeeper. I'm going to put him meh. The reason why I'm going to put him meh is because, like I said, it's a bit of a meh signing. He's one for the future, really. He doesn't get over Roberto Sanchez at the moment, in my opinion. He's 6'8", I think, which is a bit mad. Next one is, what's his name? Parad, the new South left back. I'm putting a very good bit of business because, you know, two left backs are a very good bit of business to start off with. I think he's a brilliant signing for Southampton. He's done very well at Brest and now to come over to Southampton and hopefully prove he can do well. Next one is Ashley Fletcher, and to be honest with you, I'm going to put in the Championship category. I don't rate Ashley Fletcher that much, to be honest, as a striker. However, he did score versus Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. Sorry if my voice cracked there. Next one we're going to go on to is Dan James. I'm going to put in a good bit of business because I think the price tag is a lot. I think Dan James is a very good player. Obviously, I think Bielsa will get the best out of him, and hopefully he can do well at Leeds United. Next one is Aaron Lennon. On a serious note, I'm going to put him pointless. Like, I don't get why Burnley are signing Aaron Lennon. He might prove me wrong, but I'm going to put it in pointless. Peter Atebo from Watford. I'm going to put in okay. You know, like I said, you know, he's a very good player. I think he was loaned out to Getafe, done well at Getafe. Now back in the Premier League, was with Stoke in the Premier League and the Championship, but now on loan to Watford. Good player. Quite a good player in career mode as well. Excuse me. Next one is Reshkia, the Norwich centre forward. Honestly, I'm going to put in a steal because he is a very talented player. You know, I think they only picked him up for like 10-odd million, 12 million. An absolute bargain from Werder Bremen. I think that is a brilliant sign for Reshkia. Next one is, let me see if I have a look at that. Is that, who is that? Oh God, I'm sorry. Is that Lees Malou? It could be. Yeah, I think it's Lees Malou, people, actually. Yeah, I think that's Lees Malou. Where do we put Lees Malou? Do tell if I'm wrong by any of these. Yeah, it's got to be Lees Malou. Yeah, it is. Yeah. No, it isn't. Who is it? Oh, is it that? It's that new sign they've signed, that Greek winger, isn't it? Tizilas, is that it? Okay, that's him. I'm going to put him in... I'm going to put him in a very good bit of business, you know. He's a very good, young, talented winger, you know, from Greece. I have a lot of faith in him. Hopefully he can do well. Andros Townsend, I'm going to put in meh. I think that just kind of screams out a bit of meh to me. He's an okay player. Player for Crystal Palace, done well for Crystal Palace. But I think for the aims that Everton are aiming for, I don't think it's much of a good signing. Next one is Ryan Bertrand. Obviously, he's joined Leicester. I'm going to bring a good bit of business for a free. Very good left back for this league, you know. Very good rotational as well with the first team. Quite excited to see what he does. Leon Bailey for Villa. I'm going to put in a... I do anyway to put in a steal, but the reason why I might not put it in steal is because of the massive price tag, wasn't it? Like 40 or like 35 million for Leon Bailey. So I'm going to move it down into the underrated category along with Trinco. Fantastic signing for Villa. You know, finished mid-table roughly last season. And for clubs who are trying to push into Europa League this season, I mean, that is a very good signing. Sargent, I'm going to put in... where do we put Sargent? Let's put him in... Good bit of business. They've signed 2 Werder Bremen players, and I think Sargent's a fantastic player. Okay, the next one is that young Chelsea right back that they've signed. You know, Southampton. Is it like Livermont? Something like that? Is it something like that? I'm sorry, like I said, I don't know too much about him. I'm going to put it, I'm not going to be too harsh on him. I'm just going to put it okay. You know, I've heard he's doing quite well for Southampton, so I'm going to stick him in okay. And, you know, I'm moving to good. You know, he's got highly rated about him. Highly rated youngster. Next one is Emerson from Barcelona. I'm going to put in a very good signing, I think. Tottenham have been crying out for a fullback. Matt Doherty hasn't really hit the levels of, I think, what Spurs have hoped for him. And also, Solskjaer has been very miss and hit. So I'm going to put him in very good. I mean, he's a very good signing. Done very well for Real Betis. And so, yeah, I'm going to put him in very good. Mark Guay is the next one. I'm going to put him in a very good bit of business for Crystal Palace to pick him up from Chelsea, especially on a permanent deal, not on a loan. I think he cost them roughly around about 20 million. But I think this guy has got so much to prove for Crystal Palace, you know. And I think, honestly, we could see him in the England squad in a few seasons. Danny Ings, I'm going to put probably one of the most oddest transfers ever, because literally silence Ings out of nowhere to Villa. You know, that's basically what happened. I'm going to win a very good bit of business from Villa. Villa obviously, you know, want to try and build upon where they are after losing Jack Grealish, and they brought a massive, you know, goal scorer in Danny Ings. I think his first goal, no, it wasn't his first goal, but like his first home goal was like an overhead kick. Fantastic goal from Danny Ings. And so, yeah, I'm going to put him in very good. Next one is Galini. I'm going to put it in meh, because let's face it, he's a backup goalkeeper. He's not going to get the first team over Lloris, but he's a good backup goalkeeper. Ramsdale, I'm going to go with good for Ramsdale, because Ramsdale, like I said, no matter how many people hate on him, I'm not going to hate on him, because I do think he's a good shot stopper as a goalkeeper. Young as well, you know, and I think he could potentially be Arsenal's #1 in the season or so. I think, you know, for the likes that goalkeepers that Arsenal have produced as well, you know, like, and Lennon as well is fantastic. I mean, you know, you only got to look at like David Seaman, you know, one of the best goalkeepers to ever play in the Premier League. You know, Lehmann, fantastic. They've got so many good goalkeepers that have played for Arsenal. You know, and I feel like Ramsdale is in that category. Petr Cech. I could sit here all day. Ademola Lookman is a very interesting signing. I'm going to stick him in a good signing on a season-long loan. That's all I can really say. Krul to join West Ham. I don't know too much about Krul, so I'm going to stick him in okay. I can't imagine his first team. It's another Czech Republican into the West Ham Czech Republican team. Next one is Fernandez, the backup goalkeeper who's Spanish. I don't know too much about him, Chelsea. I can't lie. I'm going to stick him in okay. Like, I'm going to be neutral. I don't know too much about him. Agnes Gunn to West Ham. To Norwich. I'm going to put him in meh. I really think it's a meh signing, Charles. I mean, brutally honest, I think it's a meh signing. So, you know, because like I said, he's not going to get over Tim Krul, but like I said, he came from the Norwich Academy, obviously gone to Southampton, and he's done okay at Southampton, then moved to, has he stayed at Southampton pretty much the entire time? No, he went out on loan to Stoke, didn't he? I think he done well at Stoke, but very 50-50 for most Stoke fans, so I'm going to stick him in meh. Actually, I'm sorry, Gunn, but I'm going to drag you down the Championship category thinking about it now. You're a Championship goalkeeper, I think. Now we're moving on to Ben White from Arsenal for obviously £55 million. I don't know where to put this one. Be brutally honest, I'm going to put it in good. I don't think it's a very good signing. Like, for the price, like, 50 million is so much money. And you can only look at Rafael Varan, you know, who's joined Man United for only 40 million, you know. Honestly, that's all I can say. But I really like Ben White. I think he's a brilliant defender, a good passer. He's played quite well for Arsenal. I've done a few watch-alongs of Arsenal. He's done okay. You know, I've done a watch-along for the Chelsea game. But then again, that Chelsea game could have easily been about 5. And then I don't know what's on for the Brentford game. It was okay for the Brentford game, but doesn't really scream out, you know, Europa League. He kind of screams out, you know, like a potential good centre-back. Pekovic, I'm going to stick him in good, to be honest with you, because I think to bring an experienced, good backup goalkeeper to Everton, I think it's good business from Rafa Benitez. Brian Gill, I'm going to put him in a very good bit of business from Spurs. You know, he was one of, you know, like one of the most highly rated wingers in La Liga last season. Was it with Eibar? And joined from Sevilla and for 25 million, a lot of money, but I do think he's got so much more to give. Marcus Bettinelli, to be brutally honest, I'm going to sit this in pointless because, like I say, he's not going to get first team football. I don't really know why he's gone to Chelsea. You know, maybe it could be like a little bit of a morale thing or, you know, having the team wasn't that, but I'm going to stick Bettinelli in a bit of a pointless signing. Connor Roberts, I'm going to go with an underrated bit of business for Burnley. I think Burnley have had a fantastic transfer window. If you had told me about 2 weeks ago, my thoughts of the Burnley transfer window, I went, eh. But, you know, sign Connor Roberts, you know, Cornet, Nathan Collins, fantastic bit of business from Burnley. And I want to put him underrated because he's a fantastic right back. I've watched him a lot of time in the Championship for Swansea, always a level above. I always thought that. You know, every time I do a career mode of Premier League team, I always look to buy him in it because I think he's absolutely class. But I'm going to stick Connor Roberts in underrated. Great bit of business. Now we're going to go with Seoul. Right, I'm stuck between very good and underrated because I don't think he's going to get in Chelsea's first team. But he's a very good player. I'm going to stick him in very good. He's a very good player. Great bit of business. So then we to Alex Twanzebe. Meh, you know, a loan deal to Villa. You know, won't really be the first team centre back over Tyrone Mings-Konza as well. Good competition though. I could see him being brought permanently to last year. Danny Rose, I'm going to go with a good signing for Watford. A good experience left back in the Premier League. Damari Gray, I'm going to go underrated for Damari Gray because only for 1.5 million and he's already proved the doubt was wrong pretty much already in his first 2 games. First 2 games for Everton, scoring against Brighton and Leeds United. He has got so much confidence at the moment and skill and hopefully he can give his feet on the ground, especially at still a young age as well. Could he potentially make a push for the England team? I highly doubt it, but why not? Next one going to be Norman. I don't really know too much about the Norwegian midfielder. I'm going to stick with a very good signing, though. I think they didn't pay too much for him either, so I'm going to stick with very good. I think he played for Molde, was it? I don't really know too much about it. Rocco Cucurella. I'm literally going to put him in underrated. What a bit of business that from Brighton. He's such a highly rated player, in my opinion. Ex-Barcelona and Getafe. Done so well for Getafe. Now to move to the Premier League. And I think he fits Brighton's style of play perfectly. Now we know to that Japanese guy that Brighton have signed. Not Brighton, sorry. Arsenal have signed. I'm going to stick him in an okay bit of business. You know, he's looking to be played as a right back at Arsenal. So, it's been interesting to see how he's going to do. Cristiano Ronaldo, the first one in the wow category. Wow. Like, this is probably one of the most unpredictable transfers ever. What a bit of business from Manchester United bringing Cristiano Ronaldo. Moving on to Lincheo, the Southampton centre-back. I'm going to put in very good as well. Very good bit of business from Southampton. Very for cheap price, but they only paid like 8 million, wasn't it? For a centre-back, which, you know, has been fantastic in the Serie A for Torino. So I'm going to put him in very good. And a young player at that. Areola hasn't played. I don't think he's played for West Ham yet because Fabianski's been fantastic. I'm going to put him in a very good bit of business, you know. World Cup winner, even though he is, but he isn't, you know, like he was their backup goalkeeper at the time, but it still counts. And done very well for Fulham. Like, I honestly, if it wasn't for, you know, I think Fulham's, like, just Fulhamness, you know. You know, to get relegated, you know, he could easily make a European goalkeeper, I reckon. Lees Malou from Norwich, I'm going to put in underrated as well. I think it's a great bit of business from Norwich to bring in Lees Malou. Fantastic player for He's good midfielder, good pass of the ball. I've watched him a few times in the watch-along. I think, what was it, Norwich-Liverpool. I thought it was absolutely fantastic then. Brandon Williams, I'm going to go with a very good bit of business from Norwich. I think he's a very good player. Brandon Williams, I think he's got, you know, so much more to give at a very young age as well. So, yeah, I'm just giving very good, you know, on loan as well. Maybe if Norwich could stay up, maybe make that into a permanent. Emmanuel Dennis, I'm going to put him in okay because, like I said, there's a bit of, you know, a thing on the channel about Dennis, you know, because like, we've brought him quite a few previous career modes and he's literally like the GOAT. But it's a bit of an odd one, you know. I don't think he'll do that well, to be brutally honest. Next one is Onyeka, the Nigerian central defensive midfielder to Brentford. I'm going to stick him in good. He is a very good central defensive midfielder from Midtjylland, a good deal. Tufan, from Fenerbahce, I'm going to stick him in Yeah, I've heard really good things. Like I said, we've got a few Turkish subscribers on the channel, you know, and I've really honestly heard really good things about Tufan. To get him on loan, done very well in Turkey and for the Turkish national team. Good pass of the ball again. Very good at free kicks, I think, set pieces. So I'll be interested to see how much game time he will get at Watford with all the additions that they've made. Wayne Hennessy. I'm going to stick it. I don't want to put anyone in awful, to be honest here, you know, but I'm going to stick in meh because, let's face it, he's a meh signing. He's a decent goalkeeper. Could have probably, it probably has 1 or 2 seasons left to, if you would play consistently in the Premier League. Won't get over Nick Pope, though, but good competition. Lokonga, honestly, I'm going to put it in a steal because every time I've watched him for Arsenal, he has been absolutely class. So I'm going to put him in a steal, in the steal category. Jack Grealish. He won't get in still. I don't think he'll get in well. I'm going to put him in very good. I don't know, because like this is just basing off like transfer league. I'm going to stick him in very good. Listen to my reasoning for this one. Very good player. I'm not debating that. 100 million though is a lot of money and a lot of big price tag to lift up to. So he has a lot of weight on his shoulders, to be honest with you. You know, so yeah, that's basically my main reason behind that. 100 million. I don't think he's worth 100, maybe 70, 65-ish, you know, million. But you know, like I said, I can't put it in wow because I don't think it is like the level of Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think anyone else would get in there, you know. But a steal, it's not really a steal, I don't think, for the price tag or, you know, for the quality of the player with the price tag. And underrated, I don't think it's an underrated bit of business either. I think it's a pretty obvious bit of business that Man City needed. So I'm going to go Jack Grealish there. Lazawa, I don't really know too much about Lazawa. He played for Nantes in the French league. I'm going to stick him in good. He's a good player on career mode. That's all I can really say. Yannick Vestergaard to Southampton. From Southampton to Leicester. I'm going to stick him in good average rotational centre-back. You know, 6'6", isn't he? 6'7". Already injured at Leicester. Leicester's have a curse at the centre-back area. You know what? No, I'm going to move him back. I'm going to move him to the underrated bit of business. He is a very good centre-back. Every time I've seen Southampton play, he has been really good. And I'm excited to see him have finally that deserved step up in his career. Next one is Anderson for Crystal Palace. We are going to stick in very good bit of business. Solid centre-back for Fulham. Next one is Kanate from RB Leipzig to Liverpool. I'm going to put in a bit of an underrated bit of business because he will replace Matip and he is going to be phenomenal. Mark my words, he will be phenomenal for Liverpool. Christopher Ajer, I'm going to put in very good. I think a very good bit of business. Good centre-back from Celtic. I feel like is the perfect time in his career to move. He's done fantastic at Celtic and now to move up to the Premier League, and I think he will definitely cope in the Premier League. Lukaku, I'm also going to put in wow because he is a natural born goal scorer. He gets in the category Ronaldo. Just wow, you know, what a signing for Chelsea. Next one is Musa Sissoko. I'm going to put in a steal because I think this might seem really weird, but I feel like for the likes of Watford, no offence, but no, you know, actually I can't put him in a steal. I'm going to put him in an underrated bit of business from Watford. I honestly think, you know, he is a fantastic player, Sissoko, and I think to go down to Watford and play first team football, we also already did at Newcastle, fantastic, and we even saw still some of the glimmer of stuff he did at Spurs. Absolutely fantastic from Sissoko. I don't really know too much about this guy. What's his name? Munez. I don't really know much about him, so I'm gonna be neutral. I've heard he's very good from Newcastle fans who are coming off the future, so I'm gonna put in meh. Because I feel like Newcastle need someone a bit, you know, higher. Empue from RB Salzburg, I'm going to put in good. He's a good bit of business, in my opinion. Ramiro from Atlanta, I'm going to put in a very good bit of business. Vlasic from West Ham, I'm going to put in good. He's done okay for Everton and doing very well for CSKA Moscow. Now moved back to the Premier League for a big fee of 30 million. Got a little bit to live up to, but he's a good player. Scott Carson, wow. Cornet from Burnley. Honestly, I'm going to put in a steal. I don't know how Burnley have pulled off this signing of Cornet. Fantastic bit of business from Burnley. Zuma from Slavia Praha to Brighton. And then to go out on loan to Stoke. I'm going to put in okay. That's the thing is, he's a very good signing. but another one that is for the future. For the future. Kabak. A steal. Like, is that Kabak? I hope that's bloody Kabak, or if not, I look like an idiot. Yeah, but that's Kabak, an absolute steal in my opinion. You know, Norwich have had a fantastic transfer window. You know, how on earth they have pulled off signing Kabak. You know, he's playing for Liverpool last season. Now they've signed him here. He could have easily probably gone into like a European club, but he is a really good defender, good pass of the ball, good youngster. I can't wait to see what he's going to do next. Nuno Tavares from Arsenal. I'm going to stick in an underrated bit of business. Every time I've seen him for Arsenal, he looks so confident and skillful and a very good fullback. Odegaard, I'm going to put in a very good bit of business. Probably Arsenal's probably biggest signing in my opinion in terms of profile. He was fantastic for Arsenal when he played for them last season, so I'm going to stick him in very good. Joe Willock, a steal. Like, I know they paid £25 million for him, but didn't he score like 9 in 9 or like 8 in 8? Joe Willock, he is a fantastic player. Joe Willock, you know, I can't wait till he's going to Newcastle. Newcastle are a great club and they deserve so much better than what they got. I'm going to put him in a steal because I honestly think for 25 million, he could potentially, and he's a youngster as well, he could potentially go for even more in the future. Joshua King hasn't really hit. If he can hit the same form at Bournemouth, it's a very good signing, but I'm going to stick him in okay because, like I said, he hasn't really done well of late, has he? You know, it's kind of gone down the radar a little bit. I remember when he was linked to Man United for around about 30 million. That didn't end up too well, did it? The next player we're now moving on to is Jose Sarr from Olympiacos. I'm going to put in a very good bit of business, very good goalkeeper, Portuguese as well, so fits the Wolves transfer policy. Remy Matthews, just pointless in my opinion. I really don't get that signing. That's all I'm going to say. Craig Dawson, very good signing. Craig Dawson has been fantastic for West Ham, in my opinion. Who's this? Oh, Zach Kuka from Watford. I'm going to put in good. Bar from Watford, from Rochdale, you know, from Rochdale but to Watford. I'm going to stick him in okay. Like I said, I don't want to put him, you know, in, because like I said, face it, he's a championship player, but he's a youngster, so we can't be too harsh on him. If they can get him loaned out, I've saw what he can do at Rochdale. He's definitely one for the future. Elise for Crystal Palace. Elise's got such a bright future ahead of him, in my opinion. I'm going to go for I'm going to stick him in a very good bit of business. Adam Armstrong, underrated. We already see what he's doing at Southampton, and he's going to be absolutely fantastic with Che Adams up top. Nathan Collins from Burnley. I'm going to go with a very good signing in my... No, I'm going to go with a good signing in my opinion. You know, he can play as centre-back and right-back. Heard he's going to be mainly used as a right-back. Definitely one for the future as well. Good sign stuff, but they paid a lot of money for him. Ben Gibson, I'm going to go with a good signing. I've heard he's done very well at Norwich when he was there in the Championship. Next one is Rafael Varan. Just wow. Just honestly wow. You know, he's up there with the likes of Scott Carson and Romelu Lukaku and Ronaldo. Fantastic bit of business from Manchester United for to get Varan. Honestly, Man United have had a phenomenal window. No, actually. I'm going to go with a steal. I'm going to go with... No, oh, it's a tough one. He's probably in the middle. I'm going to move down to steal because it's the money that I think that impacts this. 40 million, an absolute bargain for Rafael Varan. That's why I'm going to put him in steal. But I don't know if he lives up to the likes of Scott Carson, Lukaku and Ronaldo. Theo Walker, I'm going to put in good. It's a good signing, really. Decent Premier League winger. Solomon Rondon... Okay, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about. So I always rated Solomon Rondon when he was at Newcastle. But obviously, you know, this is a lot more like 3 years later now. Will he still be good enough after playing in China? Now reuniting with Rafa Benitez. Sumari, a very good player. I'm going to put in a... I'm going to go with Steele because he could potentially be the next Kante for Leicester. And I honestly think, you know, they didn't pay much, did they? I think they only paid like 20 million. Absolute steal. Billy Gilmore, I'm going to put in a very good signing in my opinion. Very good player, Billy Gilmore. You know, at his level as well. You know, good youngster for Chelsea. Jack Harrison, meh. Edward, great bit of signing in for Crystal Palace. And they only paid 15 million for him as well. He is going to light up the Premier League. Mark my words. Mark my words. Daka, I'm going to put in a steal. No. I'm gonna put in an underrated bit of business. Underrated, not a steal. Underrated. Sancho. Wow again. You know, Man United's transfer has been absolutely phenomenal. I think Sancho's just a wow in my opinion. Such a good attacking player. Borja. Can't see him getting first team football with Southampton, but we all know what Southampton can do with youngsters, and we all know how deadly they are when they're on his side, so I'm going to put him in good. Buendia, I'm going to put in, I don't want to put a steal, because they still paid a lot of money for him, 40 million, so I'm going to put him in underrated. You know, it's a great bit of business from Villa. Will Hughes from Palace, I'm going to put in a very good signing in my opinion. I really, honestly, really like Will Hughes when he played for Derby, done well for Watford, and now to probably stay in the Premier League and play more consistently. I don't know too much. I really honestly don't know too much about this guy, so I'm going to put in okay. And for the final one, Kurt Zuma, I honestly am going to put in a steal. Kurt Zuma is a fantastic defender. So, there we are. So, there we go. We've ranked every single Premier League transfer. We ranked all 90. Let me know if I've missed any. Let me know if you guys have enjoyed this video as well. Please make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe if any of you guys are new. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Love every single one of you, and I hope to catch you all in the next video. Take care. Much love, people. Speak to you soon. See ya.